Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. And hey, Ted, for those folks that are listening in and watching, tonight you're going to be in concert in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And tomorrow night, you're going to be down at Billy Bob's in Fort Worth. I love Billy Bob's. What a great venue that is. Tonight, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tomorrow night, Billy Bob's. How's the tour going, Ted?
You know, I'm having the time of my life. My crew is the best hard-working, diligent, music-loving crew in the world, with Jason Hartless on drums, Greg Smith on the bass guitar. I'm living every guitar player's dream with a rhythm section that just throttles heart and soul, every song, every lick, every night. And thank you all across America for the real music lovers. We're selling out every night, like you said. We'll be in Tulsa, then in Fort Worth at Billy Bob's, and we're going to Houston, we're going to Mobile, then we're going to Huntsville, then we're going to Minnesota, and then we'll be in Kansas. So God help us all. Be sure you bring your dancing shoes, because we have way too much rhythm for white boys.
You know what, Ted? I want to talk about a very controversial topic today that gets you banned in a lot of places. It certainly gets you banned in public schools. It's faith and prayer. I personally believe a lot of problems that we're having in America right now is because of the lack of faith in homes. Certainly when prayer was taken out of schools. I'm going to read you a quote from Cardinal Dolan that I read in the news earlier this week. Quote, "Simply put, we're in trouble because we as a people have forgotten God. When we forget, ignore, or deny God, we end up forgetting, ignoring, and denying what is most noble, enlightened, and decent in ourselves." Ted, I know you and your family are very faith-filled and live your life with faith every single day. How much impact do you believe the lack of faith is playing with regard to the increasing crime and really all the social problems that we're having in America today?
Well, again, I've got a song and an album titled Spirit of the Wild. I have a TV show called The Spirit of the Wild. I have what I call a spirit campfire. Following the Native Americans and the Aboriginal peoples of the world, they looked to the Great Spirit in thanks for his miraculous creation. That was God. Without God, there would be no United States of America. And the reason there's only one United States of America, where we celebrate individual freedoms from God, as are written down in our U.S. Constitution and Bill of Rights and our Declaration of Independence. You're absolutely true, right. I reference a term, true north. I reference that term going all the way back to the 1960s. A lot of people didn't know what that meant, but that meant being conscientious of what your conduct produces, goodwill, decency. And that's from the positive spirit that we are all blessed with from God, to do the right thing, to care, to give, to be considerate and positive and loving towards our fellow man. And if you see this exploding violent crime rate that is being engineered by Democrat bureaucrats all across this country, they will laugh in your face if you reference prayer, if you reference God, if you reference the Ten Commandments. So every ill that is manifesting our lives here in the United States of America, you can certainly trace it to what the good cardinal quoted, and that is the abandonment of goodwill, being respectful that God gave us this miracle of life and that we should be conscientious and supportive of our fellow man instead of being violent, satanic predators with these young people and these violent criminals. And the New Deal, which ended up being a raw deal, and the Great Society being a not so great society, where it literally rewarded irresponsible, slovenly, nasty, I say satanic behavior. So my friends, if you believe in God, family, country, we've got to take this country back, and it starts with God. God, family, country, freedom, law and order. I would like you to join my wife, Shemaine, and I, who does Bible studies. She's unbelievable. You should go to my Shemaine Nugent, my wife's website and her Instagram. But join us at hunternation.org. Keith, I'm getting unsolicited testimonials from people who realize that they weren't fulfilling their responsibilities as we the people in the sacred experiment in self-government. And it does start with God. And if you're an atheist, I would recommend that you dig deep, because all the ills of our society are truly evil. And we believe that Satan has taken a foothold because so many have abandoned God. Join us at hunternation.org. It sounds too simple to be true. Hunternation.org is where we're circling the wagons that begin with God, family, country, law, and order. Hunternation.com is like the widespread universal church where we can get back on our knees and obey the will and the commands of the Lord.
Awesome, Ted. Tonight, remember, Ted is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tomorrow night, Billy Bob's in Fort Worth. If you haven't got your tickets, go to tednugent.com. Make sure you're there. And again, I just want to remind everybody, when we get to the weekend edition of the Nightly Nuge, we're going to solve poor Martha Stewart's problem. Martha has a problem. Martha has asked for help. Ted Nugent is going to help her. Join us tomorrow night. We're going to talk about music and some other things, the tour, right here on Friday Free For All's edition of the Nightly Nuge.